Hello students, welcome back to the session. In this session, let us continue with our topologies, types of topologies. In the last session, we had talked about the bus topology and the star topology. So now let us continue further. The next one is the ring topology. The figure is like this. All the systems are connected in the form of a circle. So each device is connected to two devices on either side of it. Now this is connected to both this and this. If it is 1 2 3 4 5, one is connected to both 2 and 5. So there are two dedicated point to point links a device has with the devices on the either side. That is, it is connected to this and this also, right? So this structure forms a ring. Therefore it is known as ring topology. If a device wants to send the data to another device, then it sends the data in one direction. Each device in the ring topology will have a repeater, and that received data, if it is intended for other device, then repeater will forward this data until the intended device gets it. That is, now for example, you are supposed to send the data from 1 to 5. Okay, I've just given a number 1 2 3 4 5. So you are supposed to send the data from 1 to 5. You cannot send the data here like this, from 1 to 5. Okay, it is circulates only in one direction. Okay, from here to, it has to go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and then 4 to 5. Now what happens here, if it is passing in this way, by the time it reaches from 1 to 5, the signal may become weak, so the data may not be entirely reachable to the fifth computer. So each and every system will have a repeater. That is, it keeps on repeating so that it strengthens the signal. So it travels, it has to pass from 1 to 5. It cannot go directly from 1 to 5. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. That is why we say it is sent in a single direction, one direction. Okay, so this is about your ring topology. Now what are the advantages of this ring topology? The advantages means, first one, it is easy to install. There is no problem, right? Easy to install. And then managing is easier. Managing is easy because you can just add the device or remove the device. Only two links is required to change. If you want to change anything, just give in between. You can give a connection in between to this computer. That's it. So managing is easier. But there are disadvantages also. So what are those disadvantages? The first thing, as we said, it passes only in a single direction. If it has to pass from 1 to 5, then it has to pass through 2, 3, and 4. So if any one fails, then the entire network will fail. So a link failure can fail the entire network. So that is a major disadvantage. So because the signal will not pass in different directions, in the opposite direction, it has to pass only in a forward direction, right? So there is a data traffic issues because it has to pass through all the systems unnecessarily, right? So it is a issue. So these are the disadvantages of your ring topology. And we have the next topology, that is, let us see which is the, okay, so this is your tree topology. This is how it is connected. Okay, so what happens in this tree topology is, in computer networks, a tree topology is also known as a star bus topology because it includes the elements of both a bus topology and a star topology also. See here, this is here, there is a hub, there is a system here. right? So there is a hub, there are systems here, similar to your star topology, but there is a cable here again. So this is similar to your bus topology. So if the main cable, that is this is the main cable, we can call it as a trunk also, that is between the two star topology fails, then the networks will be unable to communicate with each other. But the stars topology will be able to communicate with each other, but this and this cannot communicate with each other. That's it. So tree topologies can be used to structure many kinds of data, including a program also. Okay, so that is about it. Is a special type of structure in which many connected elements are arranged like a branches of a tree. So it is known as a tree topology. It is normally frequently used in to organize the computers in a corporate network or the information in a database. So this is your tree topology. And next topology we have, or other, okay, sorry, the advantages and disadvantages of this topology. The advantages is point to point wiring for individual segments, and then it is supported by several hardware and software vendors, that they are the supported by several software and hardware vendors. These are the advantages of this. And in the same way you have the disadvantages also. So what are those disadvantages? Disadvantages is overall length of each segment will be limited depending on the type of the cable that you are using. And if the backbone, we call that trunk as the backbone, if the backbone fails, then the entire thing, trunk fails or breaks, we can also call it as a breaks, then the entire segment goes down. Right? And it is also difficult to configure. It is more difficult to configure compared to your other topologies, because you have it's a mixture of your star topology, bus topology, everything, right? So these are the advantages and disadvantages of your tree topology. And next we have your mesh topology. Now what is the meaning of mesh? Interconnected, more number of interconnections, we call it as a mesh. So in this mesh topology, each and every device is connected to each device is connected to every other device on the network through a dedicated point to point link. When we are talking about dedicated, it means the link only carries the data for the two connected device, not for anything else. Now for example, see here, this system, there's a connection between here, these two systems, and then again here point to point, again point to point, from here to here, from here to here, here to here, and again from here to here. So this one computer is connected to this one computer here, and it is connected to one another computer here, and it is connected to this computer here, and you have one more computer, again it is connected to this computer, there's one more computer, so it is connected to this computer, right? So 1 2 3 4 5, totally there are 6 systems. So this system is connected to, for example, if you call it as 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, so this first system is connected to second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth individually. In the same way, this second system also will be connected to the third, then the fourth, then the fifth, then the sixth, right? And again 6 is connected. So what happens in this, 6 is connected to 5th and 6 is connected to 4th, 6 is connected to 3rd, So it becomes a mess. We can also call it as a mess. Okay, so and if we have devices, then each devices must be connected with the all the devices, so number of links will increase. So what are the advantages of this mesh topology? Advantages means there is no data traffic issues. Why? Because each and every system is connected to every other system, so it is not like if data has to transfer from 1 to 4, it has to go through other parts, other channels, other nodes or other systems. It can directly go from 1 to 4. If it has to travel to 1 to 5, directly it can go from 1 to 5. So no data traffic issues, because there is a dedicated link between the two devices. That means it is only connection is meant only for between those two devices. And it is reliable, because if any one system fails, then it will not affect the other systems, and communication between the other systems will not be affected. And it is secure, because there is a point to point link. That is, point to point means 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 2. Point to point link is given. So this is what you mean by your mesh topology. And also one another advantage is fault detection becomes easier. Fault detection is easy. Okay, so this is what are the advantages of your mesh topology. And the same way you have the disadvantages also. So what are the disadvantages? That is, the amount of wires required to connect each and every system is a headache, because from here to here, there to here, here to from one to each and every system, then there are more number of computers, the wires are more. And since each device needs to be connected to the other devices, and that is the number of IO ports, because each and every point to point number of IO ports required is huge. That is, more number of IO ports will be required. Then a device cannot be connected with a large number of devices with a dedicated point to point. That we call it as a scalability issues. That means that if there are more number of computers, then again wiring becomes a problem. These are the disadvantages of your mesh technology. Okay, so the next topology that we have is the hybrid topology. So what do you mean by a hybrid? Hybrid means, hybrid is nothing but a combination of two or more topology is known as a hybrid topology. As a combination of star and mesh, whatever it is a hybrid topology. So we have already gone through the mesh, star, ring, bus, everything. So we are not going to go through again. It's a mixture. Hybrid is a mixture of two or more topologies. So what are the advantages of using this hybrid topology? That is, we can choose the topology based on our requirements. So we can choose the topology based on our requirements. Scalability is there. Scalable, as we can connect to other computer networks with the existing networks. Can connect to other computer networks. Okay, these are the advantages. Now there will be disadvantages also. So what are those disadvantages? Disadvantages is fault detection is difficult. Finding the errors is difficult, and then installation is difficult, because there are a combination of more than one type of topology. So installation is difficult. And then design is complex. As we said, it's a mixture of many types of topologies. So design is complex and therefore maintenance is high. Maintenance is high and also it will be expensive. Okay, so these are the different types of topologies that we have, and we have learned about the bus topology, star topology, mesh, ring, hybrid topology and tree topology. So with this, let us end this session now and continue with the types of cables in the next class. Thank you.